unusable.
Great.
I think someone else made it unusable
Someone
before
has
that.
to be a child.
We were sniffing
about this,
that.
You know?
Oh, there we go.
Thanks, Toby.
Saved your life, bro. Wow, what a game.
What a game.
What a game.
What
My
a game.
goodness.
What a game.
Amazing game.
I especially love the end of it. So all I have to say is Admiral Bulldog got completely trashed in the early game. And it just shows you how good the hero of Doom is. Because like mid-game, he was the top net worth. I know they didn't win, but
still.
I mean, he was, I think, the main reason, along with S4's amazing Magnus play during the mid-game, that brought them back. It was a good game, though, overall.
It was a really good game. It was a really close game until the very last moment.
Yeah.
Oh, an opinion on the game, please.
It was a good game at the end, though. I think it was just a kind of a couple of fluff-ups when they went for that final push on the top lane.
Fluff-ups?
Fluff-ups. A fluff-up. Have you had a fluff-up?
Oh, a fluffer.
Ooh, we should move on.
Okay. Anyway, so no, it was the end of the day when they were starting to pushing that top lane. There was a bit where Toby picked up on about the fact that the Doom was just losing all his mana. So we got the first Doom down, put the refreshers, and then he wasn't able to do anything else, had to run out of the fight. The diffuser blade was just
Don't break anything.
Sorry, Johnny.
Have you ever noticed PL in the background? Okay, it's too late.
No.
You know what I once
really
did when something felt like...
Dude, I've not finished my point.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, you're still talking? My bad.
What?
What were we talking about?
I don't know.
Yep.
Anyway, no, that was it. So yeah, top lane. They were going for a push. The Doom couldn't do anything with the second Doom. The Magnus couldn't get off a good RP. He got himself in. Then the Maledict got dropped, tried to get himself out. He didn't have the opportunity to blink back in. And after that fight, they started to push. And then they kind of realized, hang on, there's a PL and we haven't really done much about him for the last 10 minutes. So he was fully stacked, level 25, 6 slotted, and there was just nothing. They didn't have an answer for that at the end of the day.
You mean the top and where they got racks?
Yeah, but they did get the racks, but that was it.
Yeah, at that point, PL was basically, you know, we're done. We're going to end this game.
Yeah.
And they did it.
That's actually the hardest part of a PL game, is reminding the PL that he's playing a game. You have to have that point where the PL's like, oh yeah, I can take racks and kill people and stuff. So
is this based off personal experience by any chance?
Pretty much every single PL ever. You just have to, that's the hardest part, is reminding them, hey, Dota's happening. So watch out there, PL
Interesting
players.
coming from a Techies player.
Wow, that's great. Oh.
All right.
When's the last time you played
moving your head?
Dota 2, Sunsfan? 2 years ago?
Dota 2? Dota 2?
Oh.
Hey, I played the original.
Yeah.
That's all that matters,
cool,
right?
Grandpa. Tell me more about it.
Back in my day. Back in the 70s, yeah.
Gracious 60s.
Anyway, Sheeves, what are we talking about?
Shiva, go.
So I was going to
Put this train back on the railing. Come on.
Come on, Sheeves.
For the first time ever, today, for the first time today, let's say today, we actually do not have a draft to straight jump into the end of.
Oh, no.
Oh, well, that's
We should predict the draft anyway.
So this, guys, this is the
Doom
time
is
when you
banned.
see the panel at its finest, where we have actually time to analyze the game.
Okay.
We could also talk about stuff not related to the game. Let's take a vote.
No.
No. You don't have to take a vote for that. If you would if you would talk about something that's not related to the game, what would you talk about?
Don't let this idiot take the reins, please.
No, I'm having the reins still. I'm just giving an option, and I can shut it down if I want to.
Great.
All right. How about I've done this before on a different stream.
Okay.
Don't do it again.
Soda.
Oh, God.
What is your favorite soda,
Oh.
Caffeinated or non-caffeinated?
All right. It's just soda. There's no need to specify here.
No?
No.
I don't know. Soda is the one with bubbles, yeah? That's what you Americans use?
It has bubbles in it, yes.
Like carbonated?
All right, carbonated, yes. Okay.
Carbonated is soda.
Okay, you're getting too technical here, but let's just say, for the sake of argument, yes. All right, how about you give me the name of whatever your favorite, what you think is a soda, and I'll tell you if it is.
Well,
Since Americans are experts at this.
It depends on on the time of day.
All right, this is going. You need to just answer the question.
Answer the question, Sheever.
No, because you know what you don't have in America. If it's like a summer day, and I'm sitting on like outside, I want to have carbonated iced tea, Lipton iced tea. We have actually carbonated in the Netherlands with ice in it as well, and with lemon, and it's really good. Right. But you don't have that.
That's a weak soda.
It's amazing. It actually is amazing.
I thought you were going to say during second breakfast. I thought you were going to go the Hobbit route, but went a more
second
realistic
breakfast?
way.
I don't really like soda with breakfast.
All right.
Oh,
at nighttime then.
I don't really like soda at
evening.
nighttime. I only like it in the afternoon.
All right, who likes soda?
That's all right.
Hey.
All right, Owen.
You know
UK.
the best soda is
Yes.
Monster Energy.
Hey. Right.
There you go. Get wrecked.
Go out and buy a cow. Tell them OD Pixel sent you. I'll take the check in the post, Monster.
Very good.
And Suns fan, I know that you don't care about anybody else. What's your favorite soda, Suns fan? Just go ahead and say
I want to hear yours.
Me?
Come on, Slacks.
Actually, I don't even think I could. Okay, if I had to guess, and I don't think this is going to be right, but I would say root beer.
No.
There's something about you that's just very American.
You got me.
Root beer tastes
love
like
root beer.
peppermint or toothpaste.
Everybody from Europe says it tastes like toothpaste or bubble gum.
Yeah, that too.
And
No, not bubble gum, just chewing gum, because bubble gum tastes like fruity.
Okay, chewing. Is there a difference? You can't blow bubbles with chewing gum?
Bubble gum is like the fruity pink kind, while chewing gum is like the healthy / toothpaste flavors.
Toothpaste? What kind of god-awful gum are you eating? Good lord.
I'm not
Lipton iced tea and then toothpaste-flavored gum.
Welcome to EU.
Oh, God, my headset. It's fine. It's fine. No big
You don't
deal.
need to hear us
I'm not
anyway,
a really, well-versed gum
Gun chewer.
Please, no.
Okay.
All right, so
All
we still haven't
right.
heard Slag, really.
Slacks.
This is riveting.
Take it away, Slacks.
Honestly.
Blow us
What?
away.
What?
You didn't give
it's
us
root
your
beer.
favorite.
Come on.
I said root beer. You nailed it.
That's such a lie.
It's true. It's
you
true.
swear to God?
I swear
Pinky
to God.
swear?
I pinky swear, bro.
Dude, I am. Something
I've
about you.
I've pretty much lived the life. What I eat is what like a 12-year-old child would eat. I like root beer, peanut butter and jellies, and fruity pebbles that come in a bag at the store.
All right, funny story.
Before you tell your funny
Yes,
story,
please.
what's your favorite beverage?
Cherry Coke.
Easy.
Okay,
come
well,
on.
go.
Technically,
I mean, Cherry Monster, Shannon.
Cherry
Yeah,
Monster.
Cherry
that's true.
Monster.
They have great Cherry Monster,
Cherry
no
Monster.
doubt about it. Okay, funny story. Slacks actually went to a coffee house in Seattle. We went there to get, a drink, maybe a little meal, like a lunch type
Yeah.
thing.
Monster.
He made them make him a peanut butter and jelly sandwich.
No, he didn't.
Swear to God. It's not even, of course, it's
Like
not on
in
the
a
menu.
restaurant.
No, at like a Starbucks type.
They had 2
Establishment.
bagels. They said there was peanut butter and jelly, and I went for it,
No,
man.
you asked for both ingredients.
I did.
That's not something they advertise.
But was both peanut butter and jelly separately on the menu?
No. It's
No.
not. Well, you can't just buy a jar of peanut butter on the menu. I mean,
No. But I mean,
Doesn't
like,
like a peanut butter
did they
sandwich.
had like a peanut
And a
butter
jelly
sandwich
sandwich.
and a jelly sandwich? Because I can imagine that. Sometimes I just want 2 separate things on the
happened
menu
to
and
us?
slapped into one.
We used to be good analysts, and now it's all gone. I don't understand where it went. Remember Dota? Do you remember DreamLeague?
all I can
What?
think of is peanut butter jelly around you now. Not
I'm
gonna lie.
distracted by the food.
God.
What?
Gyrocopter. What a
Gyro.
hero.
Magnus, what a hero. You called
Yeah,
that one
that's
correctly.
it.
Still.
Yeah, you're gonna pick the last pick again this
Okay,
time.
great.
If you're right, I'm not gonna do anything because I really would regret it.
Lions, if you're watching out there, just because I picked the hero doesn't mean you should pick it. I'm not a smart guy. Don't listen to me.
You don't need to tell
please.
anybody that.
I
Come on
want
now.
you to win. Did you guys like the Magnus pick or no? You thought it was good?
I thought it was
Yeah,
not bad.
Okay,
It was good.
generally I would say I wouldn't like it, but S4 is just so freaking good on that hero.
Sure.
That's the point. We are actually in the new
Oh
draft.
my god, thank God.
Oh,
It worked.
Distraction.
I sure do hate talking to you guys, so this
It's
is
okay, man. The feeling's definitely mutual.
Hey!
All right, we're gonna see an Undying. Is this a core Undying that's gonna get Ags?
I
10
don't-
strength on Decay.
You know,
It's pretty
I
good.
actually thought after last game, I thought Liquid was looking pretty good for the next game as well. But Undying, I find him so underwhelming in all the games I've seen lately. Tombstone just dies.
Well, I
3
think
hits.
Tombstone is terrible early.
Yes.
And placement matters even more than the last patch. But
Maybe then you have
it
to be a
scales a little
core.
bit better. Yeah, I think
Maybe he
core
only
is-
works as a core.
Perhaps. I mean, I prefer him as a core now for sure.
Yeah.
I mean, we'll see. Look, that big bad juicy boy
Oh, yeah.
turning into that beautiful
You guys
monster.
like that Agnums? Have you seen any of that in
Yeah,
it?
I
I
actually
actually
already
did.
mentioned that,
It's
but I
alright.
appreciate you bringing it up, Slacks.
Yeah.
Well, so I was
Nobody cares.
commentating a very professional tournament a couple of weeks ago,
Ireland,
Ireland,
great.
and there was a player there that went a safe lane farming Undying first item Aghanim's.
Sick.
And
How
he
did
lost.
that turn out? Okay.
they lost atrociously.
But he
That's the
tried.
ending,
But he left
okay.
an impression.
I believe we gave him a mouse mat or something
We did.
for
We gave
effort.
him a mouse mat.
A mouse
yeah, we
mat.
did. We awarded
'Cause
him.
he-
Man, that's
you know,
such an
effort.
American thing to do. Hey, you lost. Here's a prize. Enjoy.
We were in Ireland.
That's Ireland, bro.
I know. That's what
Yeah.
I'm saying. It's an American thing. You
Oh,
guys are just,
God.
you're just adopting
Oh,
it.
we're just
Yes.
adopting it. Okay.
Great.
So I was really looking forward to seeing us for that rider again, but it seems like Team Liquid has got that on the ban button. Both games so far, unfortunately.
That's very interesting. Is Batrider doing well these days?
For S4,
For S4,
yes.
maybe.
Okay.
No one
And
else.
he's
Just
the
for him.
only one.
No one else.
Actually, the only one.
Wow.
I think
But
Bad
he's
Rider's
so good.
definitely pickable now.
Is he?
He actually went Aghanims.
Oh
like
yeah,
on the
for the
DreamLeague.
double,
Yeah,
the double
yeah.
grab.
Yeah.
I mean,
That's
Aghanim's is
sick.
super
They
legit.
lost one of the games though. didn't
I mean,
they?
it's a luxury item,
Yeah, they
but
did.
I mean, after you get Blink and Force Staff, after that, it's like mostly luxury anyway. Like
Yeah.
you go Yule's, Mask of Madness, BKB. It's all somewhat situational, but Ags can be one of those items for sure.
S4 is a man of luxury, so I can see that absolutely.
So what are we thinking for Lions, Night Stalker, and Tusk? Is any of those... Because one of the two heroes is going to be a core.
Mhm.
Which one?
I think it'll be the Night Stalker. Because I think it's Minuts who plays the Tusk pretty well as kind of a roaming hero.
Minus played the Night Stalker previous game, didn't he? Was he in the wrong team? No, he was the Night Stalker.
Yeah, no, he did, yeah. Okay, with the Venom, that might have switched stuff up
Oh,
now.
yeah.
I can see a bit of Venomancer. You're not a fan of the Venom, though, are you?
Not a support, no.
I am a fan of the Venomancer.
Yeah.
I mean,
That's your favorite
S4 is not
hero.
a Veno player.
No,
I can't
he's
see
not.
that.
Nah, well, yeah.
But you know what we
probably
saw?
not.
It was actually against Alliance, and it was Crit that played the Venomancer against Alliance.
Oh, it's very good.
And Alliance lost the game because it was because we talked to Loda afterwards. So they lost the game because Venomancer went for Ags first item, and he just blew everybody up. And we talked to Loda in the interview afterwards, and he's like, you know what? We figured out what we did wrong. We basically let Venomancer ult us all the time, and he went Ags first. But maybe they kind of stole that strat, thinking, hey, that's actually kind of good. We're gonna try that too. Just give him farm prio.
Check this out. You ready for this?
Oh,
Yeah,
boy.
go.
Oh, boy.
Oh, God.
Who's the best against Venomancer? Legion Commander. Yeah?
Good work, yeah.
Purge off the ult.
You can't purge off the ult.
Well, there we
No,
go.
no, but you
That's your
can- no,
counter
no.
screwed up.
Don't
No,
worry, don't worry,
heal
don't worry.
yourself through the ult, and the Veno wards proc additional
True, and you can purge off the Gale.
the Gale.
What's the
Gale.
skill called? You almost had it.
It's called Legion Up.
Legion up.
Man, I honestly wish that you named some of the skills on these
Push
heroes.
push the attack. Push for the attack. Just push everything. Push
good.
the button, pick the Legion. Here we go.
Ooh, Juggernaut, okay.
All right, Juggernaut Veno, the old classic lane.
Look at this melee heavy core lineup though.
We've been seeing a lot
Is
of
that
melee
scary?
core lineups lately.
Because
I
you
don't
already
know.
have a Bane there, you have an Undying. That's kind of scary. If there's a Tombstone, if they can't reach it, that's a problem. Which is a good, what is a good hero against a very melee core lineup?
Lich.
Techies.
Tiny.
Old techies.
Viper, Lich. I don't think Viper's going to get picked, even though he was nerfed / buffed at the same time. And it seems that nobody's picking him, so I guess the nerf was bigger than the buff, at least.
Say
for
again,
now.
which one?
Viper's really good against melee.
Viper.
but I
Yeah,
don't know if that's gonna get
actually,
picked.
Alliance is actually the one picking Viper sometimes. And
Viper Veno, that would be cancerous.
no, we
for
sometimes
sure.
also see Pikehead go for the Venom.
That'd be
Still.
cool. You know who would be great this game?
Techies?
I don't want to sound like a broken record. Omni Knight, man.
Okay.
Ult.
On who? Whose team?
Against
What?
melee heroes, or
Against
with
the
melee
Tusk,
heroes.
very good counter. Against the Juggernaut, great counter with his ult. It would be a pretty strong pickup here.
Well, yeah, that would, yeah.
Okay, fine. So I'm not good at picking heroes.
I don't know.
I swear to God, if a Legion Omni Knight come up there, I'm going to walk off the stage and be done for the rest of the
That's
event.
fine with me.
If
God help us
you
all,
know
man.
what? I would actually give you this microphone so you can drop the microphone
Yes.
and walk away.
Here we go. Cross your fingers, everyone.
Wait, that's your prediction?
Huh?
Is that your prediction or what you want?
That's what I want.
All right, tell me, because last time you said Magnus would be great here.
I'm going to save my last.
But
I'm
yeah,
going to save
They're
that
gonna
for
pick
last.
Oh, yeah,
Razor.
save it
I
up
wanna
for
see
last.
Razor.
You can
I
wait.
wanna see
I need
Razor.
more information to make a real
yeah,
analytical
yeah.
choice.
Obviously.
Oh,
Ooh,
okay.
Lycan. All right, that's really good against Veno, actually.
Wolf ain't
Can't get
stopping for no one.
slowed. Pretty good against Night
The only thing he can really, like, he will get punched. That's the only thing right now. Alliance is lacking lockdown for the Lycan, for sure.
Yeah, I mean, he gets
Is
punched, but
Earthshaker
then
still
he
in
just
the
runs
pool?
away, right? Because can't slow that.
If Earthshaker is still in there, you can definitely go for that. I wouldn't mind that.
Oh, look at that.
Oh, I
Like,
thought we were showing Pudge for a second.
Yeah,
I was
me
actually
too.
super excited.
He was hitting the tower.
pretty spooky stuff there. Gracious me.
That Lycan.
I can't even remember what the picks were anymore, but Beastmaster's really good against Lycan if they want to do something
Yeah,
like that, but
true.
that would be a lot more melee, and they have...
Ah, that's true, actually.
I mean, I guess they have 2 cores right now, right? But
Yeah, and even Earthshaker's too melee for that. I mean,
that's true. Earthshaker's still in the
what
pool.
about, like, what are you going for? You're going for a support or for a core if you're Alliance?
God.
It's so flexible
Part of it
what
just
they can do.
disgusts me that Veno's going to be support again, but I think that is going to be the case.
Yeah.
Tusk is in all likelihood the off lane this game. I
Or
would
Night
Yeah, I
Stalkers.
think you still
But
need S4,
yeah,
sir.
like I said, Minot's played Night Stalker previous game, so he'll probably... Well, he also plays Tusk, so he can choose.
Actually, I think Tusk as support is pretty... I mean, with Veno, Jug, that's pretty disgusting, actually.
Mm-hmm.
Disgusting being the key
I
word.
love the way that you describe it. It's never a positive thing. Like, that's going to be a really great combo.
Disgusting, rancid.
Ah, it's disgusting and foul. What a great
All right,
game.
here it is.
Last
You got to
pick.
pick Alliance's hero, Slacks. They
Why
need
is
you.
Techies on the screen? Don't have that up there. That's never coming back, friend.
Ooh, Lesh.
Oh,
Would you
Lesh.
set Lesh? Come on, last pick, go for it.
Let's
you have
track.
7 seconds or so. I can't count.
No,
Oh,
they got some. You got
I
30
have no
seconds here.
idea. I'm out. I'm out. I don't
Really?
even... no.
Come on.
I'm going to go with the surprise Omni pick. You can do it, boys.
This is in all likelihood still an Undying that is a 4. Lycan's been playing mid, so I actually expect maybe Lycan to come in instead of Quap, but we'll see.
Please don't whisper Huskar creepily while other people are talking, Sheever.
5 seconds remaining.
Nobody noticed.
Not bad other than the Omni Slash destroying him.
Lich!
How is... Okay.
Well, we mentioned him as one of the very strong heroes against a lot of melee cores, right?
True.
So that's it. But now we know the draft, so now I want to hear from our professional analysts on the couch. Please, which team is winning?
Good God. Just based on the lineup, I think Alliance's lineup is more standard. I don't know, Lycan is just, kind of throws a wrench. I don't know what to expect from that hero right now, to be honest. I mean, you get a fast Necro, you push, it could be really strong, but it's all about the laning stage.
All about the laning stage.
Yeah.
What do you think, Owen?
I think Team Liquid have got this. I think the Lich Undying, if they run that as a dual kind of offlane, that's just going to be absolutely disgusting. They've got the Lycan to kind of capitalise on the fact that they're going to shut down the carry's farm very early on, so there's going to be that period of the game where the carry still needs farm to fight, and they can just use the pushing power of the Lycan to really punish the side of Alliance. So I'm going to go with Liquid with a quick less than 30-minute victory here.
Wow.
Whoa.
Wow, that's very...
Yeah, that was very specific.
Yeah.
Gracious. I'm going to say that a beautiful team has been picked by Alliance. Yeah, I think that it smells great and that it will be a wonderful thing to watch. Not disgusting, not rancid. A beautiful pick.
Great contrast. I love it.
Thank you.
I love this guy.
So, for me, as a spectator, I prefer to see it being a tie.
Wow.
And that means Alliance wins. That also means that, because it's more interesting for the group stages, for the group standings.
Oh, yes.
That's true.
That's true.
That's because if right now Liquid win again, I mean they got...
Then they're guaranteed top 2.
Yeah, and that's just, you know, we want to see them continue to try hard, and we don't want them to like slack off later. So we want them to be a 1-1. So Alliance, you can do this. Over to our commentators, Blitz and Toby.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hi, I'm Toby1. This is Blitz. We're back for game number 2 of this 2-game series, Alliance versus Liquid. The draft, you know, I was actually feeling it for Alliance for the couple of first picks. And then the Lycan picked up, and I'm like, okay, Venomancer is kind of useless. Nightstalker's not going to have enough control. Like, I'm feeling the danger level right now for Alliance.
Yeah, I think Liquid's lineup, if they get a good early laning start, can kind of just snowball all over what Alliance have, but Alliance have the protagonist of TI5, the Leshrac, that hero in the laning phase, yeah, he got a lot worse, but overall kind of still accomplishes the same thing. Like his Pulse Nova still does a ton of damage and he farms stacks really quickly. The Lightning Storm obviously was like, Ice Rog was just like, let's take Zeus's Lightning Bolt, give it a 4-second cooldown, and give it a slow.
Yeah, that was pretty OP to say the least.
Yeah, it was insane. But now it's just kind of okay.
Yeah,
like the damage
pretty
is
even.
Yeah, the damage is pretty low now.
The difference you're going to be really feeling though for this mid lane is the fact that you will be seeing Fada being buffed up by this Lycan pickup. So the Queen of Pain, who has been one of the most favored for the mids, like I don't think there'd be anyone that will really debate saying Queen of Pain is up there as like your 1 or 2 options when looking at that mid solo. Like you're giving her a buff up of physical damage as well. I'm liking this a little bit more for Fada, even though the CS is still pretty even for now. Fada's got an extra creep wave here.
Yeah, this is a line or matchup that Fada should be okay in. Before, this was incredibly Leshrac favored, just because eventually you get the advantage by spamming Lightning Storm, but now that he doesn't have that option available, it's actually Fada that can just kind of right-click trade because he realizes that S4 has to devote so much of this time to not getting denied, because the Queen of Pain's animation is so smooth. But S4 is just trying to pressure as much as he can. He's going to feel pretty tempted to use abilities just to CS, but the lane's okay. I kind of agree with you. I feel like the Veno is going to be pretty hit or miss this game, but...
He seems to have hit right now, but need a little bit more follow-up damage. There's no Poison Sting, because he went for the Gale up at level 1, so Mind Control's got so much life. He's got Decay back off cooldown as well, so he's just beating into RK now. This time will buy a little bit of space, but maybe not enough. Look at Mind Control with the boost first as well. He needs one more hit, and Nuts with the shards as she locks him in. Mind Control kind of trying to cut back up through the tree line. And Loda being forced to skill up Healing Ward a little bit earlier on to give more life to Arke. But Mind Control just keeps battling this one out. There goes your stick charges again. Comes in just to punch him down. The Healing Ward doing serious work. One more punch. Mind Control tries to commit for it. And he'll actually claim first blood. Waste so much time of Florida. And, okay, he'll trade his life for it, but I think he's going to be perfectly happy with that.
That is probably the most value space control I've ever seen in my life, and Cinderen's mentioned it before, but this guy's an absolute star. Like, the way that he plays, the pure aggression, the fact that he walks away with a kill, forces 3 heroes down to rotate into him, and he still walks away with first blood. Like, are you kidding me? Does that actually just happen right now? And as a result, I mean, just look at Kuro right now. He's level 4. He's a full level ahead of the Juggernaut because of how much time Loda was forced to kind of rotate around and just waste time.
And that's the funny thing too, when Mind Control is happy to push himself into the secondary position to chase after the kill, even though he is the core offlane, he's not giving away anything massive, and the Lich just kept the lane throttled the entire time. Like, you sacrificed and you pull, which means the Lich becomes more effective as well. And you've still got the Lycan Matopaman, who's the top CSer. He's 20 for 7. Juggernaut is 7 for 0. Like, this is another time where we're seeing the positions getting out-farmed against each other in favor of Team Liquid. Yeah, before it was the mid lane, now it's the #1 positions.
The Undying, again, 12 CS, like you said. The Queen of Pain is doing just fine against the Slushrack mid. Now that she has her stick and her bottle, she should be even better off. S4 should be a little bit careful here, because Fada might just decide to go for this, because S4 is pretty low on mana. Fada's waiting for the angle, and this is what I was talking about, because S4 doesn't have his bottle, he's low on mana. Fada feels completely comfortable going for that, and he's going to get the rune control.
Mind Control. This time he's going to drop down the Tombstone. They are getting rid of the Tombstone, but not before Mind Control is able to get, okay, well, that's problematic. He got himself a double decay, doesn't have space for the salve, and now it will be loaded to get a revenge kill over on that Undying. But it still kind of feels like it's a support kill for Loda missing time in the lane again.
Yeah, exactly. Luckily, they are getting away with the kill, which is something you absolutely need to see. If he survives there or even gets another kill, the lane at that point has pretty much been forfeit. But because of what's happened so far, things are okay.
Well, that is from Bulldog. He can actually take care of that courier, and that's got the bottle on it. And there's no movement speed bonus, and Fada tried to actually grab that bottle back by blinking forward into Admiral Bulldog. So the first nighttime strikes, and Admiral Bulldog is already quick on the rotation.
And that's probably one of the better things that you can get. Usually if you just get the courier, yeah, it's an okay rotation, but the fact that it still has the bottle on it, absolutely fantastic. Like, he's going to be so satisfied with that. And the crazy thing too is that how easy it was for him to just make that rotation in.
Yeah.
Like, I'm actually so surprised. Like, he didn't use a smoke or anything, and they knew that he was off the map, and yet he got away.
Gale's going to connect over on Koro. Now the Tombstone will be dropped as Mind Control tries to fight. He got himself a 3-man decay and the Howl bonus, and that is why Tuskar ends up dropping so quickly. Koro, not a healthy man because of the Gale, but it's going to wear off, and now we can salve up. Doesn't even have to leave the lane at all. And that engagement was quite heavy too.
Yeah, Liquid walk away with that, quite the winners. At the same time, at top, actually, nothing really happened. They decided to go for him at top for a little bit, but they don't really have the best offensive potential, especially at night. It's just this mid lane that I'm pretty concerned about, because Fada had to lose that bottle. He had to go back to the base. He does have the boots available to him, but this bottle advantage, this is going to give S4 a timing window where he can get really aggressive on Fada, and he doesn't actually want to sit in the lane.
Man, this aggression just doesn't feel the same anymore. Well, you got lightning, you got stun, you got a little bit of pulse time on the Queen of Pain, and she blinks away with a 170 of the 730 mana life pool. And now we feel it a little bit more as Jirax will die in the top river.
That was a pathing error for sure, because he had a haste, kind of just walks back into it, probably misclicked there, but almost no way I think you should have died there.
There are still a couple of those here in Reborn. I know there was one with Plague Ward block. Can't walk towards a camp up inside the dire jungle because of the block area.
Biggest concern right now for me, Toby, is just this bottom lane, as they know that Loda, he doesn't have that spin.
Oh my! Yep. No spin. Lich ulti commits, and
it's a lot of creeps too.
Yep. They will still get rid of the Undying Tombstone.
Alki might just get caught.
Wait, did he just walk himself out into this one?
Oh no.
that you might have just brought down the Tombstone, but you fed 2 kills to this dual off lane, which was meant to control the lane. Sure, maybe they can find something on mind control, but he's got Soul Revival, he's in the trees, he managed to get rid of the aggro. The Sonic Wave from Fada, out of position. Minus will survive, the Shadow Strike won't take him down far enough. He'll TP himself back to base just to be sure of it all. But a little bit of a miss ulti there from Fada. And Admiral Bulldog wants to try and make him pay. He can't do that, however. He can just go for Jirax. Do they have a stun? S4, well, no mana. So he has to turn on the pulse instead. They'll find the kill. So some good rebuttal here from Alliance.
They still have that huge regular camp stack, which I think they farm up now. And Bulldog even commits to using the main goal on S4 just to absolutely secure that they're going to grab it. At the same time, still a really good rotation by Liquid. And that bottom lane has just accomplished everything that they need to and more. The fact that they've been able to walk away with so many kills, even killing the safe lane carry, and getting the Venomancer out of that, like, yeah, you lose your Undying, but the trade is perfectly fine. Like, you're getting so much out of it at all times. You constantly put pressure on the heroes down here and force them to stay here. The Venomancer just continues to get behind. The Juggernaut is nowhere near where he needs to be in farm right now. Just paltry 23 CS. Net worth difference between him and the Lycan is already at 1k at just 8 minutes into the game. And you can't really afford this because Liquid have a lineup that can just flat run at you. And when it comes to levels and snowballing, the Lich is going to get so leveled just because of Sacrifice and the amount of kills that he's been able to get in this bottom lane.
It's the situation for Alliance that they never really want to be in. But if they can slow it up a little bit more, like S4 is still flash farming beautifully inside the jungle. There's a lot of stacks that are already prepared for him. He's about to triple stack another one. In fact, he's just going to kill it off quickly before the 9-minute mark hits, and he's actually a little bit too slow. So won't get the camp, won't get the stack. On bottom lane, Loader may not have the life either, getting decayed twice as well as being soul ripped. And Frost Blast down by the Lich. There's just not much to work with. But Topperman's also waiting for that opportunity on top lane. He'll have a better chance once he's got the Medallion of Courage completed.
Luckily
which is basically now.
Yeah, and luckily for Alliance, their supports actually have quite a bit. Like, Minuts already has the Phase Boots completed on him, almost a wand. Unfortunately for Alliance, like, they're ahead in net worth, but a lot of it comes down to just how much their supports have. When it comes to the core game, it's a little skewed, but in mid...
Jirax get a Nightmare to try and buy Fada that little bit of space, but it's not going to work. And now they'll lose 2, with Admiral Bulldog arriving in for the Void. Actually, was waiting there for Jirax to Nightmare up over on S4 to stop that stun from connecting. But instead he actually pulled out of the animation. He started the animation, but he stopped himself.
At top, S4 grabs the rune. Isn't what he wants, but that's actually going to lead to a huge swing, those 2 kills in mid, because the Queen of Pain was kind of keeping up with the Leshrac, but then the Lesh has a bunch of stacks, and then off of those 2 kills that S4 is going to get, it's not even going to become very close anymore. Luckily for them, the Queen of Pain is still ahead of the Juggernaut, which kind of just goes to show how far behind Loda's gotten due to the aggression of this dual lane. But at the same time, I feel like Alliance, the laning phase doesn't have to go ideal for them. Like, the fact that the Leshrac has this much alone is going to be really good for them. And Jirax is usually the space kind of creator for Liquid, but sitting at just 800 net worth right now. We saw that Veno go down so often, but that just kind of underscores like how badly Jirax has had. Like, he's 0-3 right now, just 800 net worth to his name.
This Bane doesn't really have an influence anywhere, but I'm still seeing the secondary support, which is Kuro. If we can call him that, when he's a level above Mind Control. And Mind Control is going to be building into this mech for them. So they're going to have that extra survivability during the fight. But Liz just keeping the lane controlled as well, so yeah, Veno doesn't have a lot, but I'm still seeing Loda massively under-leveled Admiral Bulldog. That Shadow Strike's going to be enough to take him out. They see him in the tree line, but Topperman actually triggers the ulti just to ensure, 1, the kill, and 2, now they can take out that top tier 1 tower. Well, we have that combination with the Leshrac and Tuskar going together to pick off the Bane. This 0 for 4.
Yeah, time and time again, they're just finding the pickoff on Jirax over and over again, and luckily they do get the kill onto the Night Stalker, so the trade's okay. You take down the tier 1 tower, set up your Queen of Pain a little bit better, but at the same time, your Bane can't afford to die this many times. Luckily for him, he's only level 4, so Alliance aren't going to be like too happy with that grab. It's like a 900 net worth Bane. Like, that's level 4. You're not getting a ton out of that, but at the same time, Liquid would like to see him a little bit higher leveled.
They need to buy him some space. The push that can come out from Mind Control, and if Matupperman wants to join them, like, he doesn't want to join them just yet because he's still completing up his items.
That's a level 11 Lycan already, and that's
he's actually got the full Vlads too. So it's Vlads and Medallion 12.5 minutes in.
That's an absurd amount of farm.
And with a double damage rate, he can just go Roshan. And maybe that's also the reason why Alliance are doing what they're doing. They smoke up, they're moving around the Roche pit. They don't have the smoke breaking. And they're actually going to loop around, so they see the dire wolves, but they don't see where Matupperman is, so they come in completely blind. Now they get a glimpse. It's Kura to get Gale to start with, and Omni Slash, Mind Control copying almost all of it. They get a good snowball down, but the Nightmare buying a little bit more time, but Liquid, they've lost 2 already. Jirax backing up to the tree line. That Lich ulti does almost nothing, and Alliance give a triple kill over to S4. The Queen of Pain, the sole survivor, Fada, just not wanting to be there. And they're going to lose the tier 1 tower on bottom lane 2 now. This is a great fight for Alliance.
That was so awkward. Matupperman just happens to run into 3 smoked up heroes. The weird thing too is that they played the fog. Like, I don't even know if they meant to do this, but they played the fog so well that he actually walked into the middle of all 3 of them before he realized. He's like, oh, I'm dead. Just immediately gets silenced. Alliance completely throw him away. And I mean, Liquid thought with the Lycan in the background, with the DD rune 2, we're 100% going to win this fight. And
he was so big. Like, yeah, you don't blame him for having confidence.
No, they definitely should have, but that smoke gank by Alliance, so smart by them to completely play that angle.
They knew a little bit of it because of the D-warding that Liquid were doing. So they had the rough idea of where Matupperman was. But he had no idea where Liquid were, where Alliance was. Looks like spin time now for Loda, trying to escape back out of here. My nuts, he's going to snowball in, but now he's got no escape mechanism of his own. Look at the damage from Matupperman. That's that double damage going to work. A double kill for the Lycan. And with that, they're moving directly into Roshan. Medallion and Wolves are up, and he's still got half of the duration of the DD left.
Yeah, that DD is going to make this process go really quickly, and especially with those 2 pickoffs, I think Alliance are going to say to themselves, there's almost 0 chance. Let's just go for the mid tower right here. And in all likelihood, they're probably going to grab this tower. And getting the mid tower does mean that they can pressure into the jungle. And yeah, Liquid aren't going to have enough time to defend this. At best, they can hope for a deny, but Alliance are just going to trade, get out of there. That's the best that they can hope for.
And they're instantly moving to top lane, actually. We've still got a little bit more of the 9 time, so Admiral Bulldog wants to go on the hunt. So Loda goes into the lane to push it out. And Jirax is the one that's trying to run away. Now, if Admiral Bulldog ran directly north then, he would be able to get the pick off on Jirax. Because he was just far enough out.
This Leshrac actually has his fully completed Bloodstone, if I'm not mistaken.
15 minutes in?
Yeah, unless I'm going insane. Yep, he's got the recipe and everything that he needs, and actually, he's going to send it back around. He has had a really good game. Like 15-minute Bloodstone. This is what Leshrac needs to do to kind of stay relevant in this meta, Toby. Is he just needs to get an overwhelming amount of farm and to get all of his levels as soon as possible. Like this hero, before in the past, if you got behind in levels, yeah, it doesn't matter. I'll just go to the jungle.
Yeah, he has ways to catch up kind of thing. But the fact that S4 does have this advantage, it's... the courier is making its way over, and yep, that is the full Bloodstone done. Point booster purchased. And there it is.
Things get real dangerous right now for Team Liquid, and I think they're going to kind of go back to what they did in the last game and hopefully split up the map, make it difficult for Alliance to get into fights, and force Alliance constantly into choices.
Well, Alliance are being forced to fall back right now. The tier 2 tower gets fortified. Fada is here with an invis room, but he walked in range of the tower. So he gets scouted out, decides, you know what, may as well just keep attacking anyway. And the TP is coming directly to the front line. So there's Admiral Bulldog arriving. And they're trying to slow down Matupperman now. He's got his ulti up. They drop the tombstone as well here, Liquid. So they're just trying to make a little bit more of a buffer between themselves as well as Alliance. And they're doing this underneath the tower. It's a good screen, but no follow-up Sonic Wave. He did have all 5 heroes perfectly lined up for that Sonic Wave.
But where's the follow-up if he does do that? And at the same time...
Like an ulti run-in would be it.
The healing ward is down. I don't know if that's worth it, just for that type of situation. If you lose a fight there, then you're going to lose 5 heroes at that point. Nobody was really quite close. But at bottom, after the spin is done, maybe this is when Liquid just decide to say, let's go siege the tower down.
They're still in like a 10-second window at the moment. They haven't got their creep wave with them. Yeah, they're backing up. It's time to farm. What's Fada building into? So he's still trying to build into this Orchid of his. Would be pretty big if he can control up that Venomancer, but at the same time we're seeing RK going for the very sacrificial build kind of style, which I'm assuming is going to be a straight Blink Dagger and then just get the ulti off.
I like the Orchid this game though, especially against the Jug, who's quite underfarmed. Like, if the Jug had a little bit more farm, I would say, okay, he can just go for their Manta or some way to dispel it, even a BKB, but...
What do you think about the Venomancer though? Like, because he's got a lot of gold on RK.
1800 gold, you can go for a Midas if you think you're getting too far behind as a support. Like a Midas, I don't know if Blink Dagger is the right call here, just because he's got 4 levels of Healing Ward. I feel like if he goes for that, he just uses like 2 spells and then runs out. But
Yeah,
this bottom
true.
lane...
Yeah, they're snowballing after Matumberman. But he's a big dog, man. Midas doesn't have a chance to survive this. In fact, he just gets torn apart with 4 hits from Matumberman and his Wolf Dogs. And that's the tier 2 tower gone.
That was an absurd amount of damage right now, and Mind Control just isn't respecting that. He just assumes, okay, worst comes to worst, I'll just snowball and outplay him, but you are not running away from that thing.
No. That Lycan's just so big. And with every kill they keep giving over to him, that Necro Book is getting stronger and stronger. So we'll have level 2 Necro Book in a short amount of gold when this tower goes down. And the level 3 book isn't far away. And they're looking for more kills as well. Kura's coming in behind Abra Bulldog. And they've got no way to jump down to help him though. So that's the downside about this positioning from Kuro. Yeah, and he gets scouted out moving over. More than likely he was here for S4.
Yeah, Liquid just want to continue to try to play aggressively because Matumberman has as much farm as he does, and at the same time, you've got the Aegis available, why not?
Yep. Just keep that pressure up. 15 seconds till ulti's back off cooldown from Matumberman. But with the Tombstone being dropped, the Alliance just cannot get close enough to try and contest this. And the chasing is going to be difficult enough, so they just stop to kill off the Tombstone. A little bit of extra cash in for Loda. But Liquid get what they want. Like, they take the tier 1 tower and they back the hell out. Nothing of value is really lost. And in fact, that level 3 Necrobook I was talking about is just getting closer and closer. Kuro, Glimmer caped up in the mid, and now we can throw the ulti out, and they're really isolated here with a Sonic Wave as well, kicking in a huge amount of damage done to Alliance. Loda will end up dropping down. RK will be able to get a revenge kill on Undying Willie. That Soul Rip does so much work, and Fader with the howl damage, the bonus physical DPS is just so high. Mind Control will end up surviving, and Liquid, they get an entire team wipe on Alliance, and nothing is lost.
Honestly, that entire fight was just set up by the fact that Kuro was so farmed and tanky, he just Glimmer Capes himself, casually throws down a Frost Blast and a Chain Frost. Nobody can really fight into that. And then on top of that, Alliance stack up, the Queen of Pain Sonic Wave comes in, no way for them to dodge that, and the Matumberman just completely cleans up. Like, you can't fight at that HP range against Liquid's team at that point, and they had to commit so much. Did they even kill the Lich? Nope. Gets off every ability, casually just sits there, and this is, I think, the second time I've seen a Lich just do this today. And it might have actually been Kuro earlier, where he had an unbelievable amount of farm. This is usually a kind of passive hero, but Kuro is kind of playing it really aggressively right now.
And rightly so. When you got this much farm, he's the perfect sponge. And then Lycan runs in and finishes the job.
That is the perfect way to put it.
I'm still looking at the Liquid's next team fight. Like, that team fight ended up going Liquid's way anyway. Now, Fiendscript, the Wards were scouting out my nuts, and he'll end up dropping. S4 actually chased up to this one, and this is not the dream. Like, you might have got a really early Bloodstone, but you're already going to drop down to 3 Bloodstone charges. Another kill coming the way of the Lycan. He only just finished his level 3 Necrobook, and he's already got 1500 gold again. This is more than Danger Zone.
Yeah, and Mind Control, playing the Undying, he almost has that hood completed too. I mean, this Tusk, yeah, he's had a pretty good game for support, but Matumberman just chases him down every single time and like pretty much 3-shots him.
Admiral Bulldog might be able to help get an easy kill here. Loda's just going to go for the spin, and they ensure the kill on Jirax.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
He had the Glimmer Cape, so probably thought he was going to get away, but with Dust over on Admiral Bulldog, they could see him perfectly.
At some point, Matumberman is just going to kind of get out of hand, and I feel like that point is now. You've got Vlad's completed the medallion, 1800 additional gold on him, Necro 3. Once the next Roshan comes up, I don't really know how you deal with him twice. And he's going to get the Hyperstone for the Assault Cuirass now, too.
I was actually wondering what he would do. Like, is it Assault Cuirass to get up, or is it the BKB so he knows 100% he'll win a fight?
I think it's just, you can go for the split pushes. They already are winning the fights. Let's kind of forget about saying so they can win the fights.
True. It's the 100% guarantee. So it's the only thing that will screw you around would be Walrus Punch.
Yeah, but even then, the Tusk, I feel, he just doesn't have enough damage right now. They don't have any chasing items like the Urn. Completed on him.
S4. This is a really tight area. You don't want to be fighting here. That Luchon is going to bounce down back over to Arcade. Only 3 bounces in it, but you've already lost your Leshrac. Let's make that 2 Bloodstone charges on a Lash, and the Juggernaut just gets carved apart by the Lycan. They just don't have the damage to battle the Lycan. Even if you do get an isolated Omni Slash off, Matumberman will still survive.
Yeah, and you're seeing the power of the Necro Books right there. Like, he just sets them on the S4. S4 doesn't really know what to do. Like, S4 is pretty much, what he does really well is the ability to kite, get in and out. But he hasn't even been able to use that Pocket Suicide because, you know, he's just not used to the amount of damage that's coming out right now. And we're seeing him get punished time and time again. Bulldog is kind of playing around with Fada, trying to waste his time, realizes that the option of going for a Gale isn't really there, and Fada's going to go real aggressive here.
He might really die with a Sonic Wave out. The Glimmer Cape over from Fada so he can blink himself forward. The screen will connect. Jirax just needs a little bit of vision to reach him, but the Shadow Strike will tick him out. And Admiral Bulldog can maybe deny himself to the side. Nope.
I don't think he's actually going to die.
He'll go for a counter Urn. He'll end up surviving.
Fine.
Well, wait. For now. Jirax is still in the neighborhood, and Admiral Bulldog doesn't have a TP scroll, and they go for the Fiend Script. The Lycan Wolves were scouting Tusker, moving up right now, and, well, the Fiend Script isn't enough to find the kill. Jirax still does have that Brain Sap, and he can turn around one attack to Minot to do the work, and S4 missing on the stun. Even while he's locked inside the shards, Jirax will still end up dying. But Minot's being chased down by Wolves. The Healing Ward's keeping him alive. Again, Loda playing almost medic to his team.
Yeah, they're just trying to take whatever they can at this point. Jirax, this is not the customary game that I see for him. I think he assumed that the Tusk would be killable with just the Fiend's Grip plus the Wolves, but that's a level 1 Fiend's Grip. Nobody was anywhere near him. No Medallion coming down on the Tusk or anything like that, so that felt a little bit over-ambitious. At the same time, Liquid still have pretty firm control of this game. Losing your Bane again, he's one of your lowest, he is your lowest net worth hero, isn't too big of a deal. You can afford the occasional loss there. Just because you continue to apply pressure, your Lycan was pretty much free farming during that time, and how close is he to the Assault Cuirass? He almost has it.
Once he got sitting over on the Courier, it's, yeah, Recipe as well as Chainmail. So just requires 1,400 gold, and he's almost 1,000 there so far.
Yeah, I think all he really has to do, get the AC, wait for the next Roshan, which is up right now, conveniently for him, and he's going to look for the pickoff maybe? Popped his ultimate, but thinks the better of it, just because that's so deep into the base.
Yeah, they have the Observer Wards up, but the Observer Wards watch on the hillsides, so they don't see what's actually inside the lane. So that area is still blind for Team Liquid. But they see when Alliance push out aggressively, so if Alliance have any concept about smoking up and moving out, it's going to be scouted out very early on the fact that they're missing from the map. So catching Liquid with their pants down is very difficult. And here we go again. Kuro? Nope. Minuts will be allowed to walk away. But this is Roshan now for Liquid. So when they run. And that Assault Cuirass is done. The Courier is flying to the Secret Shop at the moment, but the BKB is done for the Queen of Pain too. So she gets her defensive item.
They are 100% going to grab this. I don't think Alliance, they don't have that Magnus or that Space Crater this time around.
Actually committed Tombstone and Undying Ulti to ensure this.
I mean, you might as well.
It's a lot of safety.
You want to guarantee that Alliance aren't doing anything tricky. But at the same time, I guess you're kind of right, because Alliance, they're in full ward vision right now.
Yeah. So it doesn't make a full amount of sense, but Liquid safety first, getting a 2-0 here is going to give them a large amount of points, 3 points for it. So I just want to ensure that. Looks like we'll end up having Loda dropping inside the jungle. Simple initiation in and control from the Bane, but they might lose even more. Matopoma's just on the chase here for Admiral Bulldog, and this Night Stalker, you might have Darkness up, but it looks like Liquid's just had enough of this. They'll move down instead. There's no tier 2 tower for them to take, so I'm not quite sure why this movement towards the middle lane is happening.
I think you go for the one at top.
Yeah.
Matama Man for a second kind of considered. He's like, maybe we can go for the mid-high ground push. But you committed your Necro books, and your ultimate is down too, so it's probably not the best idea. I think more importantly than anything, you need the Necro books to be up to be able to siege the high ground. Because that's what you want to do, just siege it. Wait it out, be patient, let your Necro books do the work, let your wolves do the work.
At the same time, man, they got so much to push up. Like, you actually finish a full pipe of insight over on the Undying. So, you got Mech, you've got Pipe, you've got Glimmer Capes, you got 4 staffs galore. Matama is fatter than anything else. And then you've still got a Queen of Pain with an Orchid as well as a BKB. And another 2,500 gold to her name as well. And what have you got really in return? Like, a wall of Plague Wards? These things get mopped up so quickly by the Wolves as well as the Necro units, they just don't survive. And now Arcade's also not going to survive. Running out, the Wolves come in, and Matama will block his path.
He just got 2-shot with that medallion on.
I almost want to say it's only 1.5, didn't even require the full 2. Fada, quick blink away, the Nightmare over in My Nuts. Now there is the Fiend's Grip available, and Jirax, actually going to get revealed. They use the Yules up very early here by S4, but now Matama will arrive with a blink to screen. The Sonic Wave prep the earlier damage, and S4 Shadow Strike, there is no way to run away. He'll end up denying himself, back down to 2 Bloodstone charges, and Team Liquid firmly in control of this game.
Yeah, they've got nothing to worry about, and just as a godsend, Fada's going to find a regen rune at top 2, just to add insult to injury. And Alliance, I mean, they're slowly starting to run out of steam if they already haven't. And Matama Man just has an unbelievable amount of farm. You've got the Necro books completed, or up again off of cooldown. You've got an Aegis 2. The Assault Curse is going to make this push even easier. There's no real way for an Alliance to get on top of the Tombstone or even fight into those Necro minions.
Yep.
But at the same time, you've got 5 heroes alive in just 10 seconds. And you're going to lose a Rex for free, maybe even a second set.
Yep. And this is almost too easy for Team Liquid. But what is Alliance really meant to do? You want to fight the bottom lane where the creep wave's pushed in? Omni Slash doesn't work for the Omni Knight, so he can't inflict all of his damage. The Pulse Nova might do some work, but S4 is the one who's being kited. Now it's Admiral Bulldog running in with his Aghanim Scepter as well as Gem. This is the last fight, but a big stun from S4, catching out 3 with the BKB's turn on. S4 gets completely wiped. The Omni Slash will go, but again, it's all just shared across the Liquid load. That is just an easy play. 3 heroes down for Alliance. Let's make it 4, and it's probably even going to be a GG as Loda runs it out. Yep, they understand the fact that was the last hurrah, the last roll of the dice, and they got nothing but snake eyes.
Liquid this entire day has just looked completely dominant. In that first game, they struggled pretty hard. Alliance was able to pick things back up a little bit, but in this game, Liquid from start to finish just played so well, and I think it honestly just all comes down to that bottom engagement where Mind Control is able to make so much space.
And that's the crazy part of it. Like, this is the kind of stuff which I remember seeing from someone like Universe in the early stages with a Darkseer, where you just charge yourself in, Iron Shell, and you end up getting a kill, and you're like, okay, I make so much space for my safe laner because the supports have to rotate down. You have to deal with this. But even then, like, it was a duel-on-duel lane. And that was the beautiful thing about it. The fact that you still had Lich farming up the entire time, and then that mid-engagement when Kuro was completely fat, what were you meant to do against it? Like, that dual offlane works so well.
That's actually what I was going to point to, is that in Dota you see these ripple effects happen. Is at bottom, you know, Mind Control wastes time, so his top is able to farm a little bit more than Loda is, and then Kuro was just farming that entire time, and he was able to get that Glimmer Cape, set that fight up in mid. All of these little things added up, and it all, for me, just came down to that dual offlane working out so well for them.
Yeah, man, it was absolutely wonderful. That seals the 3 points for Team Liquid, and we'll go to a short break, and we'll come back to see what our expert panel, who obviously were great with predictions, has to say.
Welcome back, and indeed, predictions on point. This time, it was Owen.
Yes.
Well played.
Good job, Owen.
Thanks,
Yay,
thanks,
you got
Shannon.
it, bro.
Cheers, Lax.
What a boy.
Thanks, Huber. Thank you.
I'm going to dub you the competitive insight now.
Indeed. 30-minute
point
GG.
forward.
That
I
was
called
what you
it
were
Team
saying?
Liquid.
Yeah.
The Lycan. It was all about
They
the
did it.
Matumba man on that Lycan. I think he's had a great series overall.
Yeah,
You know, game
true.
1, he's played fantastically. In that game, I think he
It's a
only
great
died
day.
once, or It was ridiculous, yeah. I mean, we were talking about earlier, in the earlier series for Alliance, Loda was doing a great time as the carry. I believe he didn't die at all in one of the series or something ridiculous.
True.
This series, it was the time for Matumba Man to shine, and they just proved to be the better
It felt
side.
like he crit. I know it was only buffed 10%, but it felt like he crit every single time on that Lycan.
Yeah.
But
Nice.
also, I know a lot of people are downplaying the whole Lesh thing. I'm of the thought process that he's still good.
Mm-hmm.
He's
Yeah,
just
he
not
can
the
still
best
be
mid in
good.
the game. And you know the best mid in the game is Quap.
Yes.
And you're giving it to Fata, who's one of the best mid players
He's
in the
pretty
game.
bloody good.
And we've seen him today before on his Quap. And
He is
I mean,
disgusting.
He
What
is,
a beautiful
he
hero.
is amazing.
He's lovely.
amazing.
I think
No,
actually, I
he's
think
a
that's
lot
an
of fun.
American thing. You just say bad things, but it means it's good. Is
super
that an American
good.
thing?
Nah, I
would you
think it's
say?
a British thing, isn't it?
Really?
Yeah.
I
Taking
think
credit
it's,
for everything.
I think
Typical
it's a
UK.
depression thing. You guys
No,
are
we
two sad
actually
gentlemen.
say sometimes like something like it's scandalously good in Dutch, literally translated.
So it's
kind of
It's a global phenomenon that
Global.
Slacks does not want to partake in, apparently.
Come on,
it's
Slack,
okay
step it up.
because he actually played the Quap beautifully.
Wow, thank you, Sheever.
I like how that's the only word anybody can use. Beautiful. That was beautifully played.
It was
Luscious. A luscious
Oh,
way to
oh,
play it.
now we're
Slacks.
getting somewhere.
You're going overboard here, Slacks. Come on.
All right.
fabulous.
Thank you. There we go.
Okay.
Yeah, we want to do more? No. Okay. So, no, but they play really well. I think it is important to note that Liquid actually has got 2 O's. So they got 3 points, so they are guaranteed for the top 2.
Bam.
Not guaranteed yet for the first slot, but guaranteed top 2.
How many games do they have left?
3 series tomorrow, I believe. 2 series tomorrow, 2 series tomorrow, because everybody plays 4
Everybody
series.
plays 4
because-
series.
I'm trying to see
And
if
they
there's
had
any
two.
way they can't get number 1.
If they lose everything
0-2.
today,
Yeah. Then they can't.
and then Alliance can still win, because Alliance also has...
They're not that far. I mean, they're still in
Alliance
good
did 3
shape.
series today.
Yes,
didn't
they've got
they?
one more series, Alliance. So if Alliance win that series, and if they win, if they lose 2, then Alliance is going to be top.
So the secret to making Liquid a successful team is to make sure that there's no North American players on it. Is that
Seems to be
Boy.
the case.
Oh, you said it, Slacks.
Oh,
You said it. You said
I'm
it.
from North America. Don't worry.
That's
Represent,
all right, yeah.
boys.
What is that?
That's my gang symbol.
That's peace.
What was it? What did you do?
I'm not going to do it again.
Okay. Okay.
Thanks for watching.
Probably best, yeah.
You did something inappropriate to some countries. I'm
Did
sure.
I?
Probably.
Probably.
Sorry out there, some
You know,
countries.
In the Middle East, this is a middle finger.
Really?
Yes.
You're
Really?
Middle Eastern,
Okay.
right?
Jesus.
No,
Sunsman?
I'm not kidding.
Yeah, come on, Shannon.
I come from the
I
Middle East.
know
So
that
viewers
in
out there.
some say, like some do this and makes different.
Yeah.
Oh,
Like,
yeah,
oh,
yeah.
whoa,
whoa,
Shaver,
whoa,
whoa.
whoa, whoa.
Sorry,
You gotta
sorry.
censor
Doing that the
that.
other way
Holy
round.
jeez.
This is PG
at least
over
in
here.
England, that's an insult.
Really?
What is?
Two fingers. That way round is like peace,
No, no, no.
obviously.
Okay.
But then if you switch it round, that's rude.
This is rude?
That is kind of go.
Whoa!
What if you're
yourself.
counting? 1, 2, oh my God, what have I done?
Who counts that way round? You count this way round. No. you
No.
don't.
Depends on
Depends on if you're looking at your face. 1, 2.
if you need to look at your fingers. It's important.
Personally, I don't still need to count using my fingers,
Hey.
Shannon, but
Do you guys remember
No
when we
bashing,
talked
man.
about Dota?
I actually
yeah,
can
yeah,
say
yeah,
something
Dota too.
about Dota, because if you have a favorite hero that you think has the most impact on this qualifier, you can go to facebook.com/RGNordic, where you can vote, or you could not vote. You can just say your most valuable hero of this qualifier, this regional qualifier, and on the 14th,
You like that?
we'll select the winner, and the winner actually gets a motherboard as well as a robot statue, and you have to also give a motivation of why that is the most valuable hero of this qualifier. Now, on top of that, if you want to be kept up to date with all the quality of Dota, all the qualifiers of Dota, there you go, that's what I was looking for. You can go get the app on your app store of the Score Esports, where you can get up to date with all your Dota scores. And right now, going on is Stark versus Empire, I believe, on twitch.tv/MoonduckTV. So make sure you check that out. That is also coverage provided by, not well by us, but as a group. So make sure that you check that out, because we are actually having to say goodbye to the best panel of all times to go to a short break before we're
Rip.
back with our last series,
this
which
is
is
gonna go
Monkey
downhill
Business,
from here now,
First
really.
Stages in Pajamas. But before we go, any final words,
might as well
guys?
end the stream.
It's been a real pleasure, boys.
Boy, everyone touch each
Yes, in some way.
other. Yeah, it's been great.
I will remember this forever.
What was your favourite bit, Slacks?
When I picked
Let's think
Magnus back in the day, son.
Oh my god.
I love that
A lot
bit.
of people are going online right now to do the ASUS robot thing. ASUS. But
Azus.
my
Azus?
I
favorite,
put in a Z there.
my
Well,
favorite
that's
heroes
sponsor gone.
in Dota are the 3 people sitting to my right. Wowee.
Okay,
That's very cheesy.
Like he's trying to be the nice guy. Then when
Sometimes
the stream
actually
is
not
off, he's
leaving.
just-
You're not leaving. You're staying. Owen is gonna be casting actually the next series, and Slacks needs to sleep because he is actually on for the first series of China tomorrow.
He's
They're
our
gonna let me
expert,
cast.
expert on the region.
I mean, it's going to be very professional.
What do you think about Wings' recent performance?
Wings are great. Represent my boys up there in the WC, hailing from China, bringing the heat. Wings, boys.
Okay, we are. You just stopped.
There we go. You just solved the morning segment. If no one turns up for Slacks on China, then you're a goddamn idiot.
So we're gonna go to a break. We'll be back soon with our last series, Monkey Business versus Ninjas in Pajamas. Stay tuned.
Woo!